Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Nude Wellness. I'm going with the feeling once again, and I am back on audio, so it's nice to be in your ear holes. If you're new here, hello, I'm Selena. This is the place where we strip away your limiting beliefs. I like to talk about manifestation through the lens of the law of assumption. I love anything about personal development, constantly evolving and up-leveling. This is a lifelong process. Let me reiterate that. This is a lifelong process. That doesn't mean that it's going to take a long time for you to get what you want, but we are constantly creating until the day we cark it. We are constantly creating. So you need to make sure that your mindset is prioritized, your mental state, you're prioritizing that, you're prioritizing a routine, you're prioritizing your physical being, like you're putting yourself first because you're constantly creating. Like work on your beliefs, work on your stability. What I want to incorporate more in my own content is I don't think there is enough spoke about like how to actually deal with the 3D whilst it's conforming, how to up level during the time that you are quote unquote waiting, which you shouldn't be, but I use that word because at the moment I can't think of anything that kind of summarizes what's happening. Like as you're waiting for the 3D to conform, you need to be up leveling. Like don't waste your logical time that you have by just sitting at home and just affirming. And that's all you're doing. I don't want you hiding from people because you're trying to avoid a conversation when you can just be practicing boundaries and saying to someone, hey, like I appreciate you asking, but I don't really want to talk about that. I have been there. I've avoided certain friends because I knew that they were going to ask me about a specific like circumstance and I didn't want to talk about that. What I have realized is, so recently anyway, kind of a tangent, I have really been deepening my trust in my own process. Last week I didn't make a video because I've just been freaking enjoying life. I've been enjoying putting myself first. I've been enjoying having a really great routine. This is so important. Your stability, your confidence, feeling secure within yourself allows you to trust and allows you to know that everything is working out for you, because what you end up doing is, logically speaking, you are taking action to better yourself on a day-to-day basis. Like you're busying yourself with a really amazing routine. You're eating well, you're training, you're making sure you're getting enough sleep. Maybe you're reading books that kind of expand your mindset. You are meditating, doing breath work, journaling. I don't know, maybe you're doing cold water plunges. You're going to yoga. Like you're doing things to help your physical being to make sure that you look and feel amazing. And then you're also doing the mindset work. You're exercising healthy boundaries. You're practicing your communication skills and getting better at owning your voice and owning your truth. That's what I want people to be doing. I don't want you wasting your logical time that you have here just because you're avoiding situations and you're sat at home affirming. There is so much learning that can happen when you're triggered. So I say to clients all the time, I'm like, it's very easy to manifest a specific person, and I don't mean to dismiss anyone's situation, but it is easier to manifest a specific person if they are not in your face 24/7, because you're not going to have to deal with the day-to-day feedback, and you're not having to have this real level of discipline. Like if you're manifesting a specific person and you work with them, you have kids with them, you live with them, whatever the situation is, they're your best friend, you go to college or uni with them, like you see them all the time, you are going to have to deal with them in the 3D. And that really requires you to deepen your level of self-trust and your discipline because you're constantly getting that feedback. You're going to have to interact with them in the 3D, but still know that in the 4D, you have what you want, and persisting in that vision, going back to your imagination, because imagination is king. Imagination is king. So it really requires you to kind of step up and be like, okay, I need to be on my shit. So I don't want you avoiding situations just because you're scared. I don't want you avoiding things just because you don't think you can handle it, just because you think you're going to get triggered. That trigger is telling you that there are still beliefs we need to work on. That trigger is telling us that we probably still need to work on your self-concept. That trigger is probably telling us that we need to get into a really good routine where when you are feeling triggered, you can go, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom, excuse myself, whatever it is, or even in the moment, even if you're with them and you're going to start taking deep breaths, you're going to start, like, say they're saying something that you don't like, you're able to tune it out and kind of nod and smile and like hear it as like wow, 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 wow. Like that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. If I don't like what someone is saying and I don't feel necessary to kind of put in a boundary and I want to let it go over my head, then I will just tune it out. Like I want you to get better at these skills rather than just avoiding these triggers. And I know I did that for a really long time. It's like, oh, well, if I don't deal with it, then nothing's going to trigger me and I'm going to be able to maintain a really great mental diet. And that's like, yeah, that's all well and good. But I'll kind of give you the analogy. You're not, say you were to, what's a good analogy? Okay, so say you're someone who you're like, okay, I want to practice not being distracted. I want to really be able to focus. So what you end up doing is you end up deleting all these apps on your phone. Maybe you lock your phone in this special drawer or something that has a timer. You know, there's things that you can buy on Amazon that won't let you get into your phone for a certain amount of time. Like you kind of go to the extremes. You like, I'm not going to see any of my friends, Like I'm really literally just going to be at home in a prison and I'm going to train my focus and discipline myself. Yeah, that might work for a bit, but you're not actually cultivating the skill to be a disciplined and focused person. You're just manipulating your environment to allow you to focus and not be distracted. So that's when I reflect back early on my journey, that's what I used to do. I would be like, okay, I'm going to avoid this certain person or I'm going to avoid this situation because I don't want to speak about it. I don't want to fuck up my manifestation. I don't want to get triggered. When it's like, no, if that's my thinking, that means that I have some work that I actually need to be doing. I actually really need to deepen my level of trust. I actually need to deal with these triggers. I need to see where I have holes in my self-concept and need to work on that. What routine can I be in? So that's what I want to say to you today. Stability is so important. Being in a routine is so important. Please do not waste your logical time that you have here on earth. I want you to be up-leveling yourself for you, not for anyone else, for you. Become a fucking interesting person. If you feel like you don't have, and I hear clients, God bless, say this to me, like, I don't feel like I have anything to talk about. One, I can guarantee that you do because the way you're talking to me, you are a very interesting person. But if you really feel that and you feel like you're not doing anything besides consciously affirming, go and live a fucking interesting life. Get some hobbies. Do something for yourself. Plus, you can speak about manifestation. That's so interesting. Like, if you're in this world, there is so much to speak about. It's insane. Like, I think we get in this... is echo chamber the right word? We kind of get in this like silo. When your algorithm is really curated to your interest, you think everyone has the same algorithm or everyone knows about conscious manifestation or everyone knows about law of assumption. No. There is only a select few of us, a tiny majority of the population who are into this work. People around you probably don't know this work. So that is something you can be speaking about. Just kind of side note, but become an interesting person, up-level yourself, do this for you. And what's great is, I know I spoke about this in previous videos, is when you take these practical actions to be more confident, it's going to be like, you're kind of, you're kind of hitting it from all angles. Like you're hitting your self-concept and your confidence and feeling secure in yourself with, okay, we're doing practical actions to feel confident. We're becoming an interesting person. And then we're also doing the mindset work. We're doing the affirmations. If you sleep with night tapes, if you do inner conversations, visuals, whatever your conscious technique is, maintaining a mental diet, all of those things. Please do not avoid situations because you're like, oh, I'm going to get triggered. I'm going to fuck up my manifestation. One, you can never fuck up your manifestation. Two, everything is always working out for you. And three, actually be aware if you're trying to brace for impact and you're trying to avoid certain situations, then that probably tells us there is a bit more cleaning up to do than you actually think there is. That is today's video. I intend it has been super freaking helpful. I love speaking to you, as always. What else do I have to say? Follow me on Instagram. Honestly, I'm there every single day. You'll see more of me in more of a personal kind of way because I kind of share a lot on Instagram, to be honest. Any of my offers, coaching, one-on-one, all that jazz will be in the description box below and also on my Instagram. I will speak to you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Toodles. Bye.